Boat Dispatch, episode 18, all back here once again. Week 2 of the NFL season is in the books. Yes, it's 18, Sarah. I looked. I double-checked before each episode. We're at 18.
I thought it was like 15. Jesus.
Nope, I have it listed down. I keep everything nice and neat on my MacBook for the files and stuff. So 18, can confirm. Try to keep it organized for us. And week 2 of the NFL season is in the books. The Red Sox avoid the sweep at Fenway against the Yankees. Been a bad series, and I'm getting more and more nervous about them hitting the over. Hopefully they do, though, because I've been betting like that over bet has hit, so we'll keep track of that all the way. But Sarah's going to kick us off here. Sarah, Josh, going to set the tone for the show today. Sarah wants to complain, and Josh is very interested in the Kawhi Leonard situation, so we'll talk about both of those before we get into the Patriots Week 2 win over the Miami Dolphins in honestly a really good there wasn't a lot of bad football this weekend. I'd say like maybe the Lions game because it was a blowout was boring, and I thought that Eagles-Chiefs game was actually really boring, but besides that, like really good football games this weekend. But Sarah, we're going to get out of the positive mindset. I know you want to complain and rant, and we're going to let Sarah get set with her rant for the day as she sets the tone for the show.
I'm pissed. So, week 1 of fantasy football, I lose Xavier Worthy because Travis Kelce has 2 working brain cells that decided not to show up to their job on Sunday last week.
Another bad week for Travis Kelce this weekend, too.
He sucks. I'm so happy he's not on my team. Anyways, took out his own teammate, so I lost my wide receiver week 1 of fantasy football. Probably like 2 hours later, George Kittle is out with a hamstring injury. You know what happened to me yesterday?
Derrick Henry put up like 5 points.
2.3.
Who'd you lose this week? Joe Burrow?
My freaking quarterback. I lost my freaking quarterback to turf toe. What is that? Oh, you got a little bruise on your bone? Suck it up, dude. I dropped a 55-pound weight on my foot and still worked the next day.
I saw a TikTok of this where someone was like, "What the hell is turf toe? I've never heard of that." And then they looked it up and immediately regretted it.
I'm not looking it up, but like
it's like ligament damage in his toes.
Ligament damage. I know that, but like, dude, I dropped a 45-pound weight on my foot, then fainted and gave myself a concussion in a public gym. You know what I did the next day? I put a boot on and I went to work.
Well, he can't play in a boot.
Tape it.
I don't think this is an injury where you can buddy tape it.
I did a dance recital with 3 broken toes. You know what I did? Taped them together and I cried about it after. 2 of my toes go in opposite directions now. But it's called dancer feet. Sorry, but dancers are badass. No injury will ever stop a dancer. Maybe they should take ballet. Get a tap shoe thrown at your head for walking through a classroom. That happened to me. I was 5. Look at me now. I'm thriving. I think I should be a stand-up comedian. I think I'm kind of funny.
Well, at least you have Trevor Lawrence on your bench.
You know what? Trevor's been looking pretty good. Mama's kind of happy. Her husband's doing well. And then my actual boyfriend's out in the middle of the Atlantic somewhere. I don't know where he is. Derby season, cleaning my phone.
Well, there's always week 3, Sarah. What are you, 0-2, 1-1? What are we?
Oh, I'm 0-2.
0-2.
Anders 2-0.
Always week 3.
He won't give me Puka Nakua.
Well, Puka's a very good player, so you have to offer up a lot for Puka.
But I'm his girlfriend.
Yeah, but there's no outside influences in fantasy football. Like we'll see when we get to Josh's story to open the show today, to set the tone. There's no outside influences in sports that should be allowed. No extra money, no extra favors, anything like that, marketing deals, none of that outside influence, and the same should follow for fantasy football.
Until I sneak onto his phone while he's asleep because he pissed me off and just trade him to me.
Well, then the GM of your league will veto the trade, whoever the GM is.
I am the GM of my league.
No, who runs, did you invite everybody to the league?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe you might be able to do some, we have a cheater in our midst.
I think Xander did. Xander did, so I still just allow it. He's pretty heavy.
You're gonna see in the little fantasy chat, trade just got passed through. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson have been traded for Tutu Atwell.
Is he even in the league?
Yeah,
I wish he had Jamar Chase.
He was literally on Guess That Madden team last week.
He was?
Who?
I couldn't even tell you what the team was last week. What was it? The Rams?
Rams.
Bucks.
Yeah, okay.
Uh.
It's the Rams.
I don't know. I don't.
But yeah, tough week for Sarah in fantasy football. We'll open the show next week with a weekly update, and hopefully Sarah's 1-2 next week can pull
I
off
think
a
it's just
sneaky win. Well, either way, it's always entertaining. It would be funny to see how you celebrate. I do just want to say though, I believe somebody said not to draft Joe Burrow when you asked for their opinion, and I said I think Joe Burrow is a bad fantasy football quarterback. I want to draft him, but if you think he looks cute and you want him on your team, by all means, do what you want to do. We're gonna move on anyways now. Josh, do you want to talk about this Kawhi Leonard story? And this is just
Hold on. You think I draft my team because I think they're fucking cute?
Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. I don't know who else you have on your team.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's hair
Henry's
looks like a
Barkley.
massive turd. I
I'm
hate
play-
his haircut.
I'm playing.
I go off of skill. I think Joe Burrow is a good quarterback.
I agree too, but he's
I
not a
just
good
think
fantasy
his
quarterback.
receivers can't get their heads out of their ass except T. Higgins and catch the fucking.
No, don't act like T. Higgins is good. He blew me $300. T. Higgins is not good.
Cry about it.
I think
Cry
T.
about it.
Higgins is an overrated fantasy player. He was like a high 3rd round pick, and I'm like
14 points last week and like
Just
5 the week
they're
before.
just because they're not a high fantasy player for you doesn't mean they're bad.
yes, we agree on that.
I think Joe Burrow
fantasy and real are very different. I think Joe Burrow is a really good quarterback. I think he's a bad fantasy football quarterback for the value he was drafted at and not having the rushing upside that Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen, Drake May even have.
Well, you know who took Lamar Jackson before I could?
Xander.
Yeah. So
Smart
he's
man.
winning the league right now.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah, smart man.
His first pick. It was his first pick.
That was his very first pick, Lamar Jackson. And he's
I
winning?
saw
Wow.
Saquon Barkley, so I took him.
Wow. I mean,
Sorry.
yeah, that's a good pick by you.
To be fair, he was doing it on his phone, and he blames it on his thumbs.
Yeah, sometimes you fat finger it.
Yeah, he was also on a boat, so he probably hit a wave, and I don't know, but that's what he says.
All right. Well, either way, he's winning, so good for him. Again, we're hoping our queen. Hey, we're rooting for you on the pod. We're rooting for you here. Her unapologetic queen, Sarah, can get a win next week.
I cut it out in my little review, my reaction to the Patriots game. I cut it out, but at the end I literally said I'm waiting for the day because I have a post ready. I'm waiting for the day, and it's like a little montage of people dancing. I'm waiting for the day I can post this. It's a montage of people dancing, and it's Travion Henderson does well, TC's parlay hits, and Sarah's fantasy team wins all in the same week. All in the same week. All
Never-
three things.
It's
all
never
three things.
going to.
It's
It's
never-
never going to.
happen
Because
the
this
same
week, as you guys know, CeeDee Lamb let me down this week in a game where 60 plus total points are scored. The Giants Cowboy game goes into overtime to the last second of the overtime game, may I add. And CeeDee Lamb, the best player in that entire football game on both teams, the number one option for the Cowgirls, can't get into the end zone and sells me $200 in the parlay in which CMC hits. Great touchdown. He scores on a reception from Mac Jones, who actually had a 3-touchdown day for the San Francisco 49ers. Jamar Chase. No, Jamar Chase wasn't in. Who else was in this parlay? I have to look at it now because I know CMC hit.
There's Jamar Chase.
Didn't you have
Jamar
Gibbs?
Chase and
You
Jameer
have
Gibbs.
the Lions.
I believe it was Jamar Chase and Jameer Gibbs both get in the end zone. Yes, Jamar Chase and Jameer Gibbs both get in the end zone.
Guess
And
who got a touchdown this week?
T. Higgins.
Nope.
T. Higgins
Oh.
is
Yeah.
a bum.
T. Higgins
I
did.
thought you were gonna say what's his name? So you get the bag.
Oh yeah,
Who?
Mac Hollins scored one
Yeah, Mac
touchdown and then
Hollins.
didn't catch a single
Mac
ball the
Hollins.
rest of the game.
He
We'll get into
scored-
the Patriots wide receivers later. We got a lot to get to today. Patriots
We do.
game reaction. We got to go to our picks. We're going to sightsee at the end of the show today. But real quick before we get into all of that, Josh, the Kawhi Leonard potential. So this was potential punishments that came out today. I saw the same post. Take us through it real quick because I was confused by it. So explain it to me again.
So this isn't from that Instagram post that you saw. This is per actual sources. It was on Sports Illustrated and stuff. So for real quick, people who don't know, Kawhi Leonard and the LA Clippers are under investigation for sliding Kawhi Leonard $28 million under the table, which obviously is very illegal. I think his contract right now is somewhere in the 40 millions per year, maybe low 50s.
60, 80.
But he's getting an extra. Supposedly, he's getting an extra $28 million under the table, and it came from Ballmer, the Clippers owner, is an investor in a company called Aspirations. Aspirations grows trees, and they said that Kawhi was working for them, and he was essentially just planting trees, and that's how he earned $28 million. It proved to not be true, and that he was just doing a no-show job, and he was earning $28 million under the table on top of his contract. The funny thing is, this happened back in 2019 when Kawhi won the championship with the Raptors and then moved on to the Clippers. So this wasn't just like a this year thing. Like, I think this is part of the negotiation for how they could bring Kawhi onto the team. And so it's a whole dilemma right now, which I'm very interested in, and I'm up to date on the entire thing. And then multiple sources came out saying potential penalties for the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard that could happen if obviously he's found guilty, which I mean pretty much is. So none of these are confirmed, but this is like the list of options the NBA could go through. So number one is Kawhi Leonard can get fined up to $350,000.
Not enough. Not a big enough fine.
I know, especially for the other numbers I'm going to get to. He is required. And then the second one is Kawhi is required to return the money he received from Aspirations, meaning he has to give back the $28 million. The third one is Kawhi's contract will be voided, and he's prohibited from re-signing with the Clippers, making him an automatic free agent this summer or before the season starts. And so they'll just say screw his contract, and so they're basically firing him. But you're like, you can take your job back
without pay.
Yeah, they're firing. You're literally just doing that. Like, they're voiding his contract, and he has to go find a new team. Number 4 is the Clippers, the franchise themselves. The Clippers can be fined up to $7.5 million, and they can forfeit future draft picks, which is terrible for their future because that's cap space. And
they don't have any draft picks because they traded them all away for Paul George.
Well, then there goes the future in 2030, bud. Cheers to that.
People are stupid.
They could owe $7.5 million and forfeit even future draft picks, which would make them a poverty team for the next decade. And then the final one, which I think is the funniest one, because I'll get to it in a sec. Ulmer, the owner, and other personnel will be suspended for up to a year and could be fined up to $1 million each. For each personnel, they could get fined up to $1 million. And I find that hilarious because imagine if you're just like a marketing manager for the Clippers, right? You're just like a marketing guy, but you were in on this. You knew this was happening under the table. You were well aware of this. No, you're living a comfortable life. You're not making NBA type money. And imagine you live a comfortable life. You make 6 figures, let's say. But imagine you come home to your wife, your 2 kids, and they're like, "Hey, John, how was work today? Honey, I got bad news." "Oh, what happened at work today? Did your boss yell at you? What happened? What happened?"
We lost $1 million.
Honey, we are $1 million in debt right now. That's what's about to happen. Kids can't go to college anymore. Cancel the birthday parties. They ain't have imagine your spouse coming home and saying, "Honey, we owe $1 million."
No.
Imagine that happening.
I would divorce them so fast and then sue them for $1 million.
So I think when it comes to the penalty, because I think it's all, obviously innocent until proven guilty, but
not all of those, it's not like they're saying all of those are going to happen. They just say that's the list of things that can happen, but continue.
Yeah. So obviously, fining Kawhi $300,000 when he's on a contract worth, I think, $280 million, that's chump change to him. That is gambling. That's throw it on roulette and walk away. Oh, it hit, whoop-de-doo. That's doing nothing to him. Forcing him to leave the team, okay, well then he can always just sign with the Lakers and stay in LA. It doesn't really change anything for him whatsoever.
Yeah, that affects the league too. Now, okay, Kawhi Leonard, an all-star, is
I
now a
think
free agent.
suspending him without pay would be the best thing to go about it. Like, yeah, one, you can't play this season, and two, you're not going to make any money this season. I think is the way to do it because it was all about money. Giving back the money, there's really no way you can. I'm sure they can find a way around it, Steve Ballmer and Kawhi. And then when it comes to the Clippers side of the penalty, obviously they should be fined a hefty amount of money. But finding Steve Ballmer himself like $1 million, he's the sixth richest guy in the world. $1 million is chump change to him, and what they really need to do is set a precedent here for to deter other owners from trying to do something similar to that, who are also extremely wealthy. I mean, not Steve Ballmer wealthy, one of the sixth richest guy in the world. Suspend Ballmer for a while, forfeit future draft, because you can't really punish Ballmer because he's so rich and the organization is so
You
rich.
can't punish him
You
through
can't
money.
punish him enough. $1 million is he could burn $1 million tomorrow and not notice it at all. He could throw it down the street and he wouldn't care whatsoever. Taking away, and yeah, sure, don't need to go plant a million trees with the $1 million. Actually do something with this company. But it doesn't affect the Clippers at all. What you need to do is affect the Clippers with the punishment. It needs to be draft picks, you know, free agent signing, free agency issues, cap penalties, things of that nature that really hurt the team to deter this from happening in the future. Because again, finding Ballmer $1 million isn't going to do anything. By taking away multiple first round picks for the Clippers' future, limiting them in free agency to what they can sign, adding that extra $28 million on the cap for an extra year, so they're more hindered in the cap under the luxury tax, I think would be the way to go about that. But it's a very interesting story. It's a very interesting precedent being set in the NBA and honestly sports as a whole that have salary caps. And we'll definitely dive deeper into that as the eventual punishment does come out. But for now, we can only speculate. And real quick before we move on, the last thing I want to touch on before we get into the Patriots to kind of set the tone for the show. Tom Brady is a minority owner of the Raiders and a broadcaster for Fox. And the broadcasters are given special access, interviews with the players, coaches, access to their facilities and things like that to do pre-show work, essentially, to get to know the players better, for their broadcast, to have the best broadcast they can possibly have. There's an issue with that, though, because Tom Brady, being a minority owner of the Raiders, getting access to players, interviewing the coaches, personnel, things of that, is a completely unfair advantage for the Raiders. And then to have him in the coach's booth last night for the Raiders with the headset on, listening to the plays and things of that nature, the NFL needs, and I think they did announce a statement, the NFL needs to make a very clear separation between church and state for Tom Brady because it's never happened before. There's never been an owner who's also a 8-9 figure broadcaster for one of the biggest networks in the nation. So the NFL needs to do something here. I don't know what they do, but it's a completely unfair advantage. And I love Tom Brady, alleged sports cheater with Deflategate and things of that nature, which Deflategate's the biggest joke of all time. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But somebody who has But somebody who has like the reputation of being a cheater in the NFL, even though I don't think he cheated with Deflategate. Spygate was more Bill Belichick than him.
Yeah.
To give him
that was something with game tape with the Jets or the Giants, I think.
Yeah, it was more Bill Belichick doing it. I mean, he was absolutely doing it.
Coaching staff.
To have Tom Brady have this access to players like this and the coaches and the personnel, I think is just an unfair advantage for the Raiders, and the NFL needs to find a way to mediate that.
It's essentially just like a passive tampering almost.
Yeah.
It's just a little form of tampering, where he's not exactly on the team, he's not the GM who can get a burner phone and be like, hey, so and so, come play for our team, we'll give you this amount of money, or try to influence. He's kind of like his own third party where he has heavy influence on a team.
Yeah. And obviously
it's like if Spike Lee came up to someone and was like, hey, come play for the Knicks.
Ew.
But more because he owns a part of the team.
It's a step further than what I just said.
Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting to see how the league deals with that, because I know a lot of people were up in arms that Brady was commentating the Bears game, and then I think the Raiders played the Bears in week 4. So he gets all that access to the Bears players, their personnel, their tendencies, what they like to do in situations, meet the coaches, kind of pick their ear about things. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out and what the NFL does. But moving on, the Patriots are 1-1 now. 3-27 victory over the Dolphins. And a game they very nearly blew because that Monte Mapu, interception should have sealed the game. But the Dolphins get the ball back and have a chance to win, and A-Chain's foot is just a little too big, and he steps out of bounds on a touchdown, brings it back. And the Patriots are able to wrap it up to sack him and get the win on 4th down. So, obviously, thrilled the Patriots win. Great win for the Patriots. A win is a win. And to say, oh, well, they beat the Dolphins, who are one of the worst teams in the league this year. The Patriots are so beyond being world beaters, where beating the lowly Dolphins by 6 points isn't like, shouldn't be something we scoff at. This is a good win. They're a bad team. They're a rebuilding franchise. A win is a win, regardless of who it's against. But whether it's the Saints or the Eagles, a win is a good win for the Patriots, no matter what, even if it's an ugly win like this win was. Still the one word I used to describe the team against the Raiders was inconsistent. They couldn't tackle. Drake May couldn't figure it out in the pocket. He was hesitant. The word I would use to describe the Patriots this week was sloppy. They had 12 penalties. I mean, a bogus false start in Will Campbell, but even Morgan Moses gets a false start. He's a 12-year vet. He shouldn't be doing that. I get it's going to happen to everybody at some point in time, but the O-line needs to figure itself out. False starts, pass interferences, just bad penalties down the stretch of that game that really opened it up for the Dolphins, as well as the kicker missing the first 2 PATs. He hits those at the end of the game. It's an 8-point game, so not only do the Dolphins have to score, they got to get the 2-point conversion as well. So just, I don't know why we want Andy Borregales when Parker Romo was better in camp, and then Parker Romo goes and kicks 5 for 5 in the Monday Night Football, or the Sunday Night Football game. So that's great to see as well. But I would just use sloppy. But there were some positives. A lot of positives. And I think all the positives surround Drake May. Drake May looked really good in that game against the Dolphins. 262 yards, 2 touchdowns in the air, and he runs in 1 touchdown. And I think, besides the O-line, who I thought were good, Will Campbell, Wilson on the left side looked very good for rookies. Center and all that looked solid. The offensive line I thought was solid. The defense got 5 sacks. I wish they would have gotten a little bit more pressure on Tua consistently, but they get those sacks as well. But I think that ends right there, the positives of the game. I don't know if anybody wants to add in any extra positives. What's up, Sarah?
I thought it was really nice that you were talking shit about Matt Collins, and then he ended up getting the first touchdown of the game.
And then what did he do after that?
He still got a touchdown. I'm happy.
That was his only catch of the game, and I think that was his only target of the game.
What did Javon Baker do?
Javon Baker's not on the team. He's on the Eagles practice squad.
What did CeeDee Lamb do?
Nothing to do with the Patriots. CeeDee Lamb had a great week, doesn't get in the end zone.
Xander hit his parlay.
Matt Collins hit
and I'm happy for him. I'm not rooting against other bettors. I want everybody to beat the books. I just want to also be someone that beats the books.
Nah.
I don't know why you didn't same parlay he did. It was easy.
When did he? First of all, at no point in time did anybody text me a parlay to place, because I'm down to tail a parlay on anybody's parlay.
I didn't even know he did it till after the first game.
Exactly. So I don't know what you're blaming me for. I can't tail a parlay that's midway through progress.
Oops, I don't know what I just did.
Anyways,
press the button.
It's all right. I don't think anything's going on.
This was a good win, not a great win. That's my definition of it. It's a good one, not a great one, because I think we got lucky in some scenarios. Because again, we got way too many penalties. We had 2 missed PATs. There was the kick that didn't end up in the landing zone, which resulted in that huge play from A-Chain, and then his foot was out of bounds. And so I think this was just like you said, Tom, there are some good highlights. Drake May played amazing. Ramondre Stevenson also had a great game as well. I wish it was Travion Henderson, but whatever. And then 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown from him as well. And the defense, despite, they have injuries, so I'm expecting them to step up at some point throughout the season. They did what they could, especially with a nasty wide receiver duo with Reek and Waddle. So it was there's some highlights, but I'm not up in arms this was a great win. This week is great. I'm happy we won. Don't get me wrong. I'm extremely happy we won. but there's still a lot of improvements left to make. Also, I'm a big fan of when the return touchdown by Gibson.
Gibson, yep, Gibby, good kickoff return touchdown. The other
Vrabel
thing
was
that I
running
think
on
was,
the sideline. That's what I loved from Vrabel, is that he was engaged with it.
yeah, I
He
mean,
was
chasing
very
down the
well.
sideline was awesome. It was
Did you
awesome.
see his interview after the game when he was like, "Man, if Vrabel can keep up, if he was keeping up with me, I gotta run faster."
Yeah, and Diggs was like, man, Vrabel looks kind of slow out there. I like that, like, banter with the coach. They're building that relationship, and Vrabel just being the psycho that he is, running down the sideline with them, trying to keep up, being hyped about the kickoff return. Because it was the last kickoff return, it was the last touchdown of the game that actually counted. Sarah's phone is blowing up because she is so, so popular. It's okay. I'm busting your balls.
Us.
Ding.
Yeah. But yeah, I was hyped about that. And I'm glad you brought up Stevenson, Josh, because I think that was probably Stevenson's best game, at least since 2 years ago, if not ever. Stevenson was phenomenal. He could get whatever he wanted on the ground. That 56-yard grab for Drake May's longest completion, which is just so sad, it's to Stevenson and only 56 yards. But then Stevenson's longest catch of his career was a thing of beauty, and it was right when the offense needed it because they were stalling out.
You have to remember though, it's only his sophomore year.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, this is going to be his longest catch. Like, let's air the ball out a little bit more, McDaniels. I still thought McDaniels' play calling was uninspired. I wasn't a fan of it at all. I think throwing it on second down at the end of the game was a stupid decision. Just run it, drain clock, force them to use the timeouts. But Stevenson did look good, and the run game looked really good. I'm not going to pretend that Miami's front four are world leaders down there on the defensive line, but they didn't abandon the run game like they did against the Raiders. They stuck with it, and they ground and pound, and then May made the right decisions when they put the ball in Drake May's hand. It was a more even split. I think it was like 24 pass attempts for like 25 carries or something along those lines, or 23 dropbacks might be the phrase for that. But yeah, I was overall very happy with this win on the offensive side of the ball. The only issues I have with the wide receivers from this week, they were, besides the Keyshawn Booty and the Matt Collins touchdowns, which are great 2 first drives, the wide receivers were invisible this week. I think Diggs had 40 yards for maybe 3 catches. Keyshawn Booty and Matt Collins both only caught those touchdown balls. Was Pop Douglas even on the field? I didn't see him out there. I didn't see him do anything out there as well. So very uninspired performance from the wide receivers. And if the Patriots want to be anything this year, and I still think this is a 7-10 team, maybe they're chasing a wild card spot come December, the wide receivers have to be involved in the game plan. They can't be non-factors in every single win. Like, yeah, you can beat the Dolphins, but against the Steelers, who have a bad defense, where the Seahawks put up 31 points and the Jets put up 32 points, again, the Patriots should be able to put up 30-something odd points like this. They can compete with offenses like the Seahawks, like the Jets. They should go put up 30-something points on the Steelers, and the wide receivers need to be involved.
I have there's something out that won't fix the receivers, but there's something that I think will be a factor in the receivers.
Stephon Diggs is getting fully healthy.
No, healthy, but not Stephon Diggs. I'm
Matt
thinking of
Collins.
Efton Chisholm.
Oh yeah.
Again,
I'm waiting for Efton Chisholm.
I said last week I would be very happy if Kyle Williams got all of Matt Collins' reps. And I say this week, if Efton Chisholm can get all of Pop Douglas' reps, I'd be okay with that, because I have not been impressed with Pop Douglas so far this season. A guy who some were saying could be a 1,000-yard receiver in the offense this year, who gets the benefit of playing in Josh McDaniels' slot-based offense, has 3 catches for 3 yards, I think, so far going into week 3.
Yeah, and I would like to, and so many people were upset that Efton Chisholm was put on the injury list for this game.
He was the inactive list.
Same thing.
So I'm waiting for him, because obviously, when you have with a guy like this who had college stats like that and had absolutely, I'm not a big guy when it comes to training camp, but I mean, you saw some of the highlights, the huge catches he had in training camp. When you have a wide receiver room this abysmal and there's really not any guy that really sticks out to you, you take your chances. And that's why I think Efton Chisholm can be, I think that this is Keyshawn Booty's breakout season, but I think Efton Chisholm, because we haven't seen him, can be a guy who can also change the wide receiver room. Again, I don't think it's Diggs. I'm sorry. I don't. Maybe Diggs will be good this one season, but if I'm talking about 4 years down the line, it's not him. If you want, I would rather put money on Efton Chisholm and Kayshon Boutte being the wide receivers of this team in 4 years rather than Stephon Diggs. I'll put my money on that.
Okay.
Did you have something,
Anyone?
Sarah? Your hand was up.
Huh?
Did you have something, or were you just agreeing?
I was agreeing, but also I think Diggs is shit and we should get rid of him.
Well, as much as you guys want to hear on Diggs, he was the most productive receiver on Sunday. 4
He is coming
catches,
off
32
injury.
yards.
Cool, but he's not going to do anything for the future of this team.
This year, I think he can be useful.
That's my point. I'm saying in the future, I'm not gonna really. I don't see Stephon Diggs being the guy, and I don't think he will be the guy. But if I'm talking about this year, yeah, damn right, I'm expecting him to do a lot. Is he coming off an ACL injury? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Don't
think they're
care.
still working him back. But to break down the whole wide receiver room, Diggs, 4 catches, 32 yards. Kayshon Boutte, 1 catch for 16 yards and a touchdown, his only catch of the game. Mac Hollins, 1 catch, 8 yards, 1 touchdown, his only catch of the game. And Demario Douglas, 1 catch, 8 yards. I don't even know he had a catch in that game. On the season so far, he has 3 receptions for 6 yards.
It was definitely during your halftime nap.
No, I was at work. I couldn't halftime nap.
No.
I was at work.
When was
Maybe
the
it was
last time
towards the end of the game when I was kind of getting set for the show. Because I was kind of
Did you take a
chaotic.
halftime nap week 1? Did you?
Huh?
Did you take a halftime nap week 1?
No, because I had to go on. I had to go into work after the game. I
Dude,
work
that would-
Sundays, so there's no halftime nap time this season, baby.
It'd be the same thing every Sunday. I'd go to the gym at school at Sundays at 1:00 because I like to watch the football games while I'm working out, and then I'd leave at halftime. I'd come back, and Tom is just slumped as snug as a bug in a rug, curled up on the couch, and the couch is not big. The couch is not big at Curry. It's like
It's a love seat.
it's a little love seat. It's like 2 chairs just put together. And so like me being 6'3", I can't fit on that damn thing. But Tom's like all curled up like a child, like a baby in the womb,
Yeah,
just all snuggled up, and he's knocked too. Like I would scream when I walked in. Tom's just
No, if I'm out, there's nothing waking me up. Nothing's waking me up.
like that.
I will give you the secret though. The strat for those college. If anyone's listening that's in college and you need the strat to sleep on those, there's 2 plays. You gotta find the ones that have the open armrest, and you just sneak your feet right through and put them on the next couch. So you have like a longer one. It's a little awkward, but it gets the job done. If you don't have the opening on the armrest, you can just simply put a pillow on the wooden part and just sneak your feet right over top of it.
no. You need my strat. You remember my strat? What I did?
You pulled the chair and you would put the chair at the end of it and you'd sneak your feet through it. Feet through it.
No. I would take the 2 chairs, not the couch, but the chairs. I would have them facing each other. I would put them together, and I would make like a little like enclosed like bed couch kind of thing.
Yeah, but
Almost.
the issue is when you sleep, you're gonna sprawl out and eventually push that too far, and you're gonna you're gonna sink in the bottom like that. You're gonna sink in the bottom like that.
What do you mean? Why are you pushing up against it?
Well, eventually you're gonna sprawl out and you're gonna spread your legs out. Excuse me, and you're gonna push against it, and it's gonna push further back, or the one you're in gonna push further back.
How much thrust power are you putting into your legs when you sprawl
Dude,
out?
I move when I sleep. I don't sit still. I move.
Yeah, but like still, you're like how much? Like you would have to like full on like kick that thing out. Like it's
You
not
just
just
kind
like
of push
a
it
little,
slowly but surely. The pressure will build up and it'll slide the chair back. And we'll get way off topic and it'll sink back. I mean, speaking of sleeping,
horse.
I mean, I know we were speaking of sleeping, and a lot of the Patriots wide receivers were sleeping, but the DBs were also sleeping. A lot of missed tackles that game on Sunday, which I hope they share up for this upcoming game against the Steelers, because Robert Spillane has missed more tackles than he's made. And this was a big free agent signing coming in. He's made 6 tackles and he's missed 8 tackles. So the tackling issue, I know Gonzo's out, and we're running not running our number 1 defense out there. And Gonzo is a huge piece of that defense. But they got to be better without him out there. I mean, the Dolphins put up 8 points against the Colts, and they just put up 27 on you. And they had, besides those first 2 drives, they got everything they wanted out there, it felt like. They came back with 7 minutes left in the first half, and they scored twice to tie the game up, or have a 1-point deficit going into half. So the defense has to figure it out going into the next week. What we expected from a Mike Vrabel team was a solid defense and good execution on the field. and not a sloppy football team. And what I'm seeing so far in week 2 is a sloppy football team and a defense that has a lot of issues to figure out. I love when nobody disagrees with me because of my ball knowledge. Is just,
I already spoke my stuff on the defense.
I mean, they just give up a lot of chunk plays. Like, they're not giving up a ton of 5-yard. I feel like when they 5-yard, 4-yard plays, I feel like they're giving up a 10, 15, 20. They give up a lot of chunk plays, Josh and Sarah, a lot of chunk plays.
I mean, what do you blame it more on? The defense doing bad or the fact that you're up against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle?
I think it's the defense being bad.
I'm giving it to the defense too because this wide receiver duo and this team isn't good. They're not good, and you saw that in the Colts.
No,
and you saw that last year too.
Even like 2 years ago, yeah, it's a high-powered offense. But look at what the Raiders did last night on Monday Night Football: 6 points, and against the Chargers defense. And again, a well-coached team, a Jim Harbaugh team, a team that's not going to make mistakes. That's going to play smart, strong, solid, fundamentally sound football. And they dominated the Raiders. The Raiders were never in that game. I think they scored 6 points. And Geno Smith looked like a bum out there. Ashton Genty, who didn't play well against the Patriots, did not play well against the Chargers at all either. So the Raiders are not these world beaters out there. And Geno Smith got everything he wanted against you guys. Everything. So I think it's more of a defensive problem than a personnel issue where, okay, these two teams were just really good on offense and our defense is missing its number one lockdown corner. I think it's more of a defensive issue that they're going to have to solve, and hopefully they can figure it out. Week 3 against the Steelers, back home at Gillette, this should be another win. They should be able to beat Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. The Seahawks embarrassed the Steelers. They get the win against the Jets. And again, the one thing I'm looking for in this game, before we get to our picks for the week, Josh, I want the defense to make the tackles and not give up chunk plays, and I want the receivers to be factors in this game. The only other thing I would add is score more than 30 points again. That was the first time the Patriots scored more than 30 points, I think, in 2 years, Josh.
Against
the game they did it was against the Browns.
Against the Steelers defense, I feel like you're asking for a lot. 30 points against the Steelers defense.
If the Jets and the Seahawks can do it, the Patriots should be able to do it. Drake May is better than both those quarterbacks. They should be able to do it.
It doesn't matter if the quarterback's better than the other quarterback. You're talking about the quarterback versus the defense. You got Jalen Ramsey, and then you got Watt over there. I don't know. And based on how, I mean, we were talking about how the receivers have been struggling. Are they going to do any better? This is the best defense that we're going to go against within the past 3 weeks. What improvements are they going to make against this team? I'll take the Steelers defense over the Raiders defense. They didn't do good against the Raiders defense. What makes you think they're going to do anything good against the Steelers defense?
It's just more that we've seen the Jets and the Seahawks both eclipse 30 points against the Steelers. I think the Patriots offense can match what those two teams have done.
The Jets and the who? Sorry.
The Seahawks put up 30. I think the Seahawks put up 31 and the Jets put up... It's really the fact that the Jets put up 32.
Both those teams have competent wide receivers, though.
Yeah, I'll give them...
Garrett Wilson and then the Seahawks...
JSN and Cooper Kupp are better than Pat's wide receivers, and Garrett Wilson and whoever the hell the wide receiver 2 out there is, the corpse of the wide receiver number 2, are better wide receivers than them. But I think they can still eclipse 30 points.
Wide receiver for what team?
The wide receiver 2 for the Jets. I don't even know who the hell it is.
I should know who it is.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
But I should know.
Even then,
Wilson. You think Garrett Wilson,
Josh Reynolds, thank you, Josh. They should be able to make something happen against the Steelers defense. They shouldn't be shut out by the Steelers defense. They shouldn't be your classic last 5 years of a Patriots game where it's just a punt fest. This should be a game where the Patriots can eclipse 30 points again.
I think you're asking for too much for 30 points, and I think you're going to be disappointed.
I mean, that's typically how my life goes.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb did what?
Shut up, bro. Anybody else have any thoughts before we head over to our picks for the week, Josh?
Trevor Lawrence played well.
We'll get to that in the picks. Any other Patriots-related thoughts?
Stephon Diggs sucks.
Any new thoughts that we haven't expressed already?
Any new thoughts?
Anything you want to get on about the Patriots game we didn't get to, Sarah?
Mac Jones, okay.
Mac Jones are good. We'll get into that. Going to the great pivot, Sarah. You're just trying to transition us. I know what you're doing. Let's get to our picks for the week. Week 2 is in the books. Josh and I picked very similar throughout most of week 2. Josh, quick score update, and then we'll get to our picks for week 3.
It's 28-23, you.
All right. What's the first game of the week? It's Thursday Night Football.
Thursday night football. We get to watch the Dolphins again, but this time they're all the way in Buffalo with the opposite weather.
Yeah, I'll take Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo. I'm picking this week.
Ooh, Sarah's one of the picks this week.
Ooh, I'm
But
throwing
I'm
in
not-
Sarah's name.
I'm not picking for the Patriots.
Okay, hold
That's
on.
the only team I won't pick for.
I gotta
Sorry.
redo my format now. Okay.
Sorry,
The Bengals head to Minnesota.
Vikings.
Bengals.
With no Joe Burrow and no JJ McCarthy. Who are the backups? It's
Jake
Oh,
Browning and Carson Wentz.
Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz. Give
I
me
think I'm still gonna go Vikings.
bad quarterbacks but great wide receivers.
Yeah, I'll take the Bengals.
I don't know. I just feel like Carson Wentz. He's been in the NFL a little bit longer than a little bit longer than Jake Browning.
I do agree, and I feel like if anyone could like kind of unlock Carson Wentz a little bit, it'd be Kevin O'Connell.
But did you hear how the Bengals were in the news this week? Did you hear like the rumors?
I mean,
No.
all I know about Jake Browning is his girlfriend or wife is gorgeous.
No,
care.
not what I'm talking about. The
What are they-
Bengals are in rumors out there
Oh,
trading
for Jameis?
they might be trading for your boy. So maybe it's Jameis Winston versus Carson Wentz.
I don't
this
think it'll
week.
be this week. Typically, what you'll see happen, especially in a short week, is if they lose this week bad, they'll be more aggressive in the trade talk for Jameis.
Do the
I'm still
Bengals
going
go 3-0 without Joe Burrow? I think they do.
maybe.
We'll see. I'm taking the Bengals.
Bengals.
No, Sarah's got the Vikings.
Oh, Sarah took the Vikings. I thought you took the.
Even if JJ was playing, I'm still taking
You're
the
going
Bengals. I
against
hate
T.
JJ.
Higgins. You're going against T. Higgins.
I can't stand JJ McCarthy.
The
The
hell is
Texans-
wrong with you?
Why do you like JJ McCarthy?
Because he's talented.
I don't think he's talented.
He won the Natty.
Yeah, he won the Natty on the Michigan team that was one, cheating, and two, had one of the best run defenses and offenses in the league.
Whatever.
Okay, so
The
if they had the best run defense and offensive in the league, yet they were cheating, so wouldn't that mean that they win the Natty with the best offense and run defense in the league?
Yeah, exactly. JJ McCarthy literally had to do nothing. He had to hand the ball off and make the right, literally all he had to do was hand the ball off, and then the 10 times he was asked to throw, not give it to the other team.
The Texans go to Jacksonville.
Taking the
Jackson.
Jags.
Taking the Jags, really. I'm taking the
The
Texans.
Jags have been. Hey, the Jags win week 1 against the Panthers, and they look really competitive against the Bengals, who we all think are a playoff team. And the Texans, divisional matchup, it'll be close.
Quiet. Don't talk about it. Continue.
Well, what'd you say?
I said Jags. Continue.
Okay.
We don't jinx things. Superstition. Mm-mm.
The Colts go to
Colts.
Tennessee.
I'm going Colts.
Give me the Colts with Danny Dimes.
Dude,
He's on a
I really want to
heater.
take the Titans, but Danny Dimes has to prove me wrong, bro. I'm taking Danny Dimes.
Damn, we're all.
I can't
even
believe
with
I'm on the Danny
Freaking
Dimes. They haven't punted yet, Josh. They haven't punted in 2 weeks.
Whatever.
Eh.
You know how impressive that is? They have yet to punt throughout the first 2 weeks of the season.
I saw a meme on Instagram, and it was what's his name? Caleb Williams. And he texted his punter when they signed him, and he said, "Don't worry, we're never gonna punt." And they've punted 920 times.
Yeah, that's a true text. He texted the punter when they
I
were
know.
drafted, like, hey, man, you're not going to have to punt a lot.
And now they've punted the most in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders go to the country's capital.
Huh?
Can you put that together?
The Redskins?
No!
Oh, the
dummy.
the
Oh my
Commanders?
DC.
The Redskins.
I don't know
before
where that came from. Sorry.
See?
Oh my god. The Raiders go to Washington.
Okay, so it's still the Commanders.
Oh, so he was right.
Yeah. Just not politically correct.
But wait,
Yeah, I'm taking the
wait,
Commanders. Even if Daniels is out, I'm taking the Commanders.
Wait, Daniels is out?
Potentially could
Yeah.
be injured.
Ooh, he's on my fantasy team. Uh-oh.
wait, Raiders, Commanders? I'm going Commanders, Commanders just because I have their wide receiver.
The Rams go to Philly.
Philly.
Eagles,
Why do I like Loki want to take the Rams here?
It
To
was
be
their
diff-
toughest game in the playoffs last year. I don't blame you.
I'm down so far. I'm down by 5 right now. I have to go with the Eagles. I have to play
Eagles starting right now.
the Falcons. Before you say anything, I'm taking the Falcons. The Falcons go to Carolina.
The Falcons,
Okay.
Michael Penis. Big Michael Penis
Hey,
guy.
yo, bro, my mom watches this.
If she watched CNN or whatever TV station, CBS, whatever was on, they called him Michael Penis instead of Michael Penis Jr.
You think I
Hey,
doubt
Nick.
you paid attention to that.
Just telling you what happened.
Sarah, what'd you say?
Falcons.
The Steelers go to New England.
Shut up. All of
Patriots.
you listening. Shut
Oh,
up.
I forgot to delete Sarah's name off this now. You're taking the Patriots?
Yeah, I think I took him at the beginning of the season. I think they can beat this team.
Stop talking about it.
I have to emphasize this. As a fan, I will be rooting my heart out, but as an unbiased analyst, that's my job. And I took them to win before we even started the season. I'm taking the Steelers again. I'm 2-0 my predictions. I'm keeping with it.
All right.
Packers go to Cleveland. Packers, let's move on.
Packers. They're legit. They are legit.
They are
I
legit.
just picked up their defense.
Mm-hmm. Micah Parsons he's an animal.
Please. To be fair, the Ravens got me 15 points on Sunday, so I'm not complaining.
Mm-hmm. You played the Browns.
I like to switch around my defense every once in a while.
Yeah, I cut him every week.
I do
The
too.
Jets go to Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield is a dog. Did you see him last night?
Bucky Irving.
Did you see Baker?
Ejbuka. Is that how you say his name?
Emeka
Emeka Ibuka?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Again, I don't know where was he drafted?
I drafted him.
I'm talking
No.
about the real league.
Legit draft.
I don't know. Hi, Mac. How can I help you? He's just standing at the edge of my bed looking at me.
I will for
Okay, he was a
Tom,
first round pick. Okay, I would have been if he was like a late round pick, I would have been heated.
Come on. Say hi. Mac said hi.
dog
Come here.
moment.
Come
Dog
here.
moment.
Dog
Give me
moment.
Dog
You
moment.
want to say hi to him?
I don't think he wants to say hi to us.
He's right here. Say hi.
Mac,
up,
who's
Mac?
winning? Broncos or the Chargers?
Mac, Broncos or Chargers?
1 bark Broncos, 2 barks Chargers. No
What do you
Bronx
think?
means you don't. No barks means you don't care.
No barks is a tie.
He says Chargers.
Pretty quiet dog.
Lad McConkey.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers too.
Oh my god, we're so boring this week.
All right, bye, Mac.
I know I said Ravens Packers Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl is Packers Chargers, and the Chargers win. I'm gonna cry.
Honestly, with the colors, that might be it.
I forgot about the
Oh, you're
color
following
theory.
the color thing?
Dude, Justin Herbert is a new animal now. He's eating medicine beer. He lost his virginity. He is a dog.
He lost his virginity.
He is the greatest football player on the planet now.
But
All
that's
he needs to
fine.
get a little
Quentin
medicine beer.
Quentin Johnson's doing great. Feed me, Lad McConkey.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
You and Lad
Uh,
McConkey. Jesus.
See, the Saints go to Seattle.
Seattle Saints suck.
Seattle.
I feel like the Saints have to win at some point this season. Like someone's
Yeah,
got to.
but it won't be this week. It won't be this week.
Ew, what a disgusting matchup we have next. The Cowboys go to Chicago. Who sucks more?
I'm taking the Cowboys. No, the Chicago. Ben Johnson has to get his first win at some point. Chicago.
I'll take the Cowboys. The Bears
I'm
still
taking
suck.
the Cowboys.
All right, I think Ben Johnson gets his first win this week.
Mackie, why are you so itchy?
The Cardinals go to San Francisco.
Give me Mac Jones and the Niners. Mac Jones looked good. He looked really good. Not
Cardinals.
really. He looked solid.
I go
Anybody can be
Cardinals.
successful. Anybody can be successful in that Niners offense, though. Give me the Niners.
Mac thinks you're talking to him. He just looked over.
This game is low key. This is a very interesting game we have next because it could either be like a stinker if you really think about it, or it could just be a casual blowout. The Chiefs go to MetLife.
Wait, what?
Chiefs versus Giants.
There you go.
Well, I thought Jets for a minute, and then I just got confused.
So they both play at MetLife. Chiefs go to New York to play against the Giants.
Confused.
Yo,
Give me
I'm
the
taking
Giants.
the Giants.
Chiefs going 0-3. How much are we? How much are we haters on the Chiefs?
I fucking
big
hate
are-
them. They're Giants.
Dude, Russell Wilson threw for like 400 yards last week.
But like 4 touchdowns? 3 touchdowns.
Give me the Giants. Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, and we'll get, spoiler alert, we'll get to this in sightseeing, but give me the Giants.
Give me the Giants.
I'll be the bum.
Take the Chiefs. It's the same-
Bandwagon.
And that's also Sunday Night Football, by the way.
Gross.
And then
Do we
Okay.
have 2 Monday night games again this week? I hate the 2 Monday night football games.
I don't
Oh,
like.
I'm sorry. Maybe
I'm not
10
watching
o'clock
game.
start? 10 o'clock
Did I
start?
Did I read my schedule wrong?
No.
Let me go back to my schedule.
Do we not have a Monday night game? We
Monday
do.
night is Detroit versus Baltimore.
Yeah, the Lions go to Baltimore.
Give
there's-
me the Ravens.
I'm also taking the Ravens.
Give me the Lions. I just dropped 51 points. Give me the Lions. All right.
And
That's everything for this week.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone's giggling.
It's Nate in the background.
Oh.
My family's eating dinner currently in the kitchen, which is very close to my room.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Xander to get back from fishing that he left for 12 hours ago.
And likes to fish. So that's all of our week 3 NFL predictions. Sarah jumped in this week again. As always, the loser buys the winner. I don't know how we'll do this. Maybe we won't count Sarah in the bet, Josh. Just because she's not picking the Patriots games and she didn't pick week 1 and 2. So I think we'll just keep it the same where loser buys the winner a beer of the 6-pack of the loser's choice. But moving on now, it's time to.
If I win, you can just buy me a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah. All right.
Dude,
you're 28 points behind.
If you win, I'm going to get you like a 6-pack of like seltzer water.
I hate that. Don't do that.
Just give me these.
I'll get you a 6. Yeah, I'll make sure to get the same flavor too.
No, I don't like this flavor.
But moving on, it's time to sightsee. Sightseeing, if you're not familiar, we look around the NFL and we figure out which games we would stop to watch and which games we would not stop to watch this week. Sarah, ladies first, which game would you stop to watch this week?
Hold on, I need to see it. Sarah's been working since 7 a.m.
Joshua first, because Sarah is not ready. Josh, what game are you stopping to see this week?
I am going to be stopping in Indianapolis.
We're having like a lagging moment. Who are they playing again?
Let me check. They're playing the Titans.
Yeah, divisional matchup. You can't go wrong with the divisional matchup in the NFL.
Who would have thought that if they go 3-0, who would have thought that the Colts benching Anthony Richardson, your supposedly project quarterback, is 3-0 and top of the division? That's kind of scary. And considering that the opponent you're going against has the number 1 overall pick quarterback on their team. So I'm kind of like,
Cam Ward.
I'm like, give me a ticket to go watch Danny Dimes absolutely torch the number 1 overall pick. Give me a ticket.
It's also always fun to go watch the number 1 quarterback in the draft. It's always fun. It's always something you always want to catch that game.
I like Cam Ward. I think he's a good person.
I think he's a solid QB. I don't think from the 2 games, I don't think he's been that bad.
Tom, where are you stopping?
I'm stopping to see Giants Chiefs for the sole reason that if the Giants win, it's going to be one of those. If the Giants win, first of all, they're going to play out of their mind again like they did against the Cowboys. But if the Giants win, can you imagine the upset of the Chiefs being 0-3 to start the season?
It'd be
Patrick
hilarious.
Mahomes has never lost 3 games in a row in his career, and if he's come to the Super Bowl, he's lost his last 3. This would be the first time they started 0-3 before 2014, at least, because this was the first time they've been 0-2. I just think it would be 2014 they were 0-2, I believe, or maybe it was 2015. It was one of those ones. I don't know when the last time they were 0-3 was to start a season, but can you just imagine if they go 0-3? And yeah, Chargers, Eagles, that's a tough start to your season. 0-2, I don't want to say understandable, but it's a tough start to the season. But the Giants is supposed to be like their get-back week. And if they lose to the Giants, I think it would be an all-time collapse from the Chiefs in those first 3 games. And it would be so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch. Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but I'm looking forward to this game.
Fair.
Sarah, where are you stopping?
I want to see the Lions-Ravens.
Potential Super Bowl matchup, the one we've all wanted the last 2 years. I don't blame you.
It's just a good game to watch.
Yeah, it should be fun.
And then obviously the Patriots and the Jags, but that's a given for me.
Yeah. That's always an assumption besides those ones. Where are you stopping? Where are you not stopping? Which game do you not want to watch?
Falcons, Panthers.
The Panthers are kind of lackluster. The Falcons only kicked field goals besides Tyler Algier. I get it.
I just don't really care for anyone on either team. I don't have anyone on my fantasy team, so I don't.
You got no dog in the fight.
Yeah.
Fair. Josh, where are you not stopping?
We go snake draft. It's your turn. Snake draft.
Snake draft. Oh, I am not stopping to watch the Vikings and the Bengals, and this is regardless of it being 2 backups. I am not a JJ McCarthy fan. I'm really not. I'm not a fan of him whatsoever. I think he's overrated. I think he's a glorified game manager, and I don't think he looked good in his first. I mean, he looked okay in his first game. In the fourth quarter, he looked good, but besides that, he was bad in 3 of the quarters. And then against the Falcons, he looks terrible. And the fact that he is ruining a generational wide receiver season, Justin Jefferson is a generational wide receiver. And this might be his worst season as a receiver because he has J.J. McCarthy throwing him the football. J.J. McCarthy is in an offense that Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold have succeeded in, and both have gotten MVP. Were in MVP consideration at one point in time in those 2 seasons with Justin Jefferson. And J.J. McCarthy, rookie, I get it, sophomore season, he didn't play at all last year. He has to develop, but I'm not a fan of him whatsoever, so I don't want to watch him play. And then you add in the fact that it's Jake Browning, who the only thing I know about Jake Browning is his wife is super, super hot. And, I'm not the biggest Bengals fan either. I think this is going to be a terrible game. It's going to be a terrible game. I'm not watching this one. I'm skipping it.
But you do know that McCarthy's not playing this week, right?
I'm aware. So then you add in Carson Wentz, who I'm also just not a fan of whatsoever. It's the backup bowl. Who cares about the backups? When you have the 2 best wide receivers in this game should be a shootout, but you have the 2 best wide receivers in the league playing with subpar quarterbacks. And that is, even if it's Joe Burrow, J.J. McCarthy, the best wide receiver in the league has a subpar quarterback. It's not as much fun to watch unless it's 2 Titans.
Understandable, I guess.
Close it out, Josh.
So while I'm in Indianapolis, when the game is over and it's time to go home, I'm going to take my car. I'm going to drive over to Chicago because I've never been to Chicago. But then I'm turning my ass right back around once I go to Chicago because I don't want to see the Cowboys play against the Bears. I don't want to see it. That bum fest over there. Literally, I said it earlier. What team's going to suck more? That's my definition of this game. Who's going to suck more, the Cowboys or the Bears? I think it's the Bears.
That's the game you want to go. You're not seeing fair.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that game. I'm really just going to Chicago because I've never been there. I'm turning my ass around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, cool, Chicago. Nice to pick up some food. Bye.
I feel like I have been. Have I been to Chicago? But Mac, I've been to the Chicago airport. That's it. He keeps moving my laptop.
I mean, I can't say I disagree, Josh. I would push back a little bit because that Giants-Cowboys game was probably the game of the week. So still, I think this is the week the Bears get their first win. So that's why I kind of disagree. But I still get your point.
Bears week for the past decade now, man. Give it up. They've been saying that for the past year, man.
That's fair. That's Site C. We do it every single week. We look around the NFL to the games coming up, and we decide which ones we want to stop and see, which ones we don't want to stop and see. Before we get out, do you have a Madden game for us this week, Josh?
So I do, and I'm going to set it up differently this time because when we upload this, it just takes over the whole screen, the image, and you can't see us. So instead, I'm going to send you guys the photo, and then Tom, I don't know if it's possible for you if you can just pop up the image in the editing if you're able to.
Maybe. Still screen share it because I can always just take it out. I can take it off. We can put it up to show it.
I was just gonna send it to you to text.
We'll do it both because then we can look at it on our phone when we pull it down, so we can see.
I'll show it up for people watching, but then I'll just take it down so you guys can just look at it. So I gotta set myself up now.
No, I think that's good. That might be the best way to do it. Where put it up for a minute or two, and then we'll take it down when we discuss it, and then we have it on our phones in the group chat, so we can kind of look at it still if we need to. I don't hate that idea whatsoever. If you're unfamiliar what we're going to do.
I also want to make a TikTok of it, and it's kind of hard to make it if it's literally just the image taking over.
Yeah.
So I'm texting you it now. So
perfect. And if you're unfamiliar about this game, is neither Sarah nor Josh really play Madden. It's a little fun game. Josh makes this PowerPoint every single week where he looks at the depth chart of an NFL team. And Sarah and I have to try to guess which team it is based off the QB, the wide receiver 1, the wide receiver 2, the wide receiver 3, the running back, and the tight end. Now, Josh, I do have to ask, does this include injuries?
I will not confirm nor deny.
Well, that's a big thing, because if it's the starting depth chart week to week or the start of the season, it depends. Because this is including injuries.
I will say it is as of today.
As of today, okay. So immediately I see 94 overall running back and 69 overall quarterback. I think this is the San Francisco 49ers because the tight end 1 is also out. So having their backup tight end and quarterback in leads me to believe that because they're also missing Brandon Ayuk. You have 2 rookie second-year wide receivers. Right away, I'm going 49ers, Sarah. I don't know if anybody else sticks out in your mind. Because you have to think of the players, the quarterbacks with the backups out there who have a high running back. Lovely. Because you think about it, The teams that are missing their quarterbacks or quarterbacks are injured are the Niners, the Vikings, the Bengals, and potentially the Commanders. But Josh didn't know that, so it's one of those three with a backup quarterback and a really good running back. I'm going with the Niners' final answer.
Do you think it's backup and not just a bum
Shitty
quarterback?
No, because think about the teams that drafted it.
Woo! Miami.
No, I think Waddle and I do agree Tua sucks. Don't get it twisted. Tua I think sucks, but I don't think A-Chain's a 94, and I don't think Tua's a 69. I think it's the Niners. I think it's Mac Jones would be a 69 overall, which is just hilarious.
Any last second thoughts?
I'm going to stick with that. I'm going with the 49ers.
Patriots.
Going. I wish.
Yeah, Stevenson's a 94.
Travion Henderson's a 94. Hallelujah.
No,
He
I'm going to
will
stick
be.
with it. Stick with my gun. That's the Niners. He would
I
put
have
Mac
no-
Jones in there too, because Mac Jones is in there now, so he would do it as a joke.
Suck.
This team
If you say the Jaguars, I'm gonna kill someone.
is the San Francisco 49ers. Nice job.
Bang! Back-to-back weeks, baby. I got the
They
Rams
still-
last week. Huh?
I don't like this game. It hurts my brain.
Little thinking, little thought provoking. Yeah. Good work, Josh. I think grabbing the Mac Jones one is hilarious because Mac Jones is considered their starting QB now that Brock Purdy's out.
I have to be honest. So I did kind of cheat it a little bit because on the depth charts, Kittle's on the IR. It's whatever their tight end is now. So I put the backup tight end in. Mac Jones is not the QB1. He's still the QB2. Brock Purdy is still the wide receiver, the QB1 on the depth charts. But I'm like, this dude's out for a couple weeks. And also Mac Jones is a 69. I kind of want to just screw around with this and just throw him in there.
Nice.
So I kind of cheated you, but like you still got it.
Yeah, I figured it out. I knew where your mind was in that one.
You outsmarted him.
I did outsmart him, and I know he always is going to do it. Like, are you sure about that? To get me second guess, Sarah. I know we work together in this game. Now. Don't ever let me second guess. Just let me shoot straight from the hip.
I literally said, "Are you sure?" The very first week you did this, and you were like, "No, it's the Houston Texans." It was the Commanders.
Yeah, but the Commanders were never even in my thought process, so I'm not too mad about that one.
I'm gonna ask you, like, "Are you sure?" Every single
I know,
time.
and you're gonna try to get me to like double guess myself, second guess myself. No, I knew where I was in that one. Good work, Josh. I outsmarted you this week. I'm up 2-1 on you. Sarah and I are up 2-1 on you, because Sarah and I are a team in this game.
Part of this because she hasn't done anything.
It's seriously the Dolphins.
Hey, if it was the Dolphins, you would have gotten it right.
69. I thought of Tua.
Tua is bad.
I was gonna say though, I think a 69 might be a little too high for him.
I think it's a little too low.
I think it's a little too high.
And you got Tyreek Hill at an 80.
No.
Curious one of these days. We should have Sarah just give ratings to all the NFL players one day.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Maybe one day. Maybe with like the halfway point of the season, we'll like look at the quarterbacks and Sarah will give a grade to all the quarterbacks.
Maybe we do like maybe during the Patriots bye week, we just do a bunch of random segments.
Yeah. I think like the halfway point, we could do something along those lines where we do, Sarah giving her grades or whatnot like that. And maybe rank every team so far. Or like which teams are, fighting above their weight class in a sense. And then we'll have Sarah rank them or something along those lines. But we'll figure something out for some special bye week season halfway points.
When is it week? Is it coming up?
The Patriots bye week is the 12th or the 14th.
Okay, good. So I got time.
Yeah, plenty of time until the bye week.
Start making a list.
Yeah, definitely open to ideas for things like that. What week is it? Yeah, it's like the 14th week or something along those lines. It's not on the schedule yet. On ESPN, the quick short schedule. Any final thoughts before the Patriots play the Steelers? Anything we missed? Anybody wants to talk about?
All I'm gonna say is I swear to God, if we lose to Aaron Rodgers, I'm jumping out a window.
We haven't seen Bill Belichick in the news for a minute. I'm starting to get suspicious.
Because UNC has won their last 2 games. That's why. They haven't allowed a defense. They haven't allowed a touchdown since that TCU game. Well, did you see she was allegedly going to be on the Dancing with the Stars lineup, but was cut last minute?
No.
She was cut last minute, I believe.
Billy pulled the plug on that one.
Well, so I can't say I found this up myself. I heard it while listening to the radio. Apparently,
did you find it from Carly?
No, I was listening to the radio, and apparently, I can't say I came up with this idea. I think the internet came up with it, and I'm totally stealing it from listening to the radio. Apparently, she was like posted a picture in UNC Stadium with like the clear purse and the clear bag, and in the purse you could see like a ripped up contract, and like highlighted on there was like stuff that led people to believe it was Dancing with the Stars. Either
I
way,
would
she's not on the season.
to see Bill Belichick attend a Dancing with the Stars night.
Just in the crowd.
Straight
Like
face.
they have him as like a special guest judge or whatever. He's like 10.
Well, no, he gets really into those things. If you notice, he's like, this is super great. You guys are great competitors. He gets like super into like competition. So I don't think he would be against it. I just think that they cut her.
I
I don't
would
think he
love
would
to
either.
see him as a contestant.
I don't think he can move. He's too old.
Yeah, I don't
He's like
think
74.
he would have to be. He would have to be a special guest
doing it
judge.
last year.
Bill would never do it.
He would have to be a special guest judge.
No, he could dance.
No, Bill can't dance.
He could.
I guarantee you, Bill has 2 left feet. As somebody who has 2 left feet and no rhythm, but likes to dance, I can spot somebody with 2 left feet from a mile away.
I would love to take you to a bar and see you dance. I think that would be the highlight of my year.
No, I'm
I
the
get
dancer.
active out there. Josh and I get active on the dance floor. No matter where we
I'm,
go, we get
I'm
active.
the dancer. I'm the
We need
dancer.
to get Sammy. We need to get Sammy and do a little Curry reunion and go to
Maybe.
the bars in Boston.
I'm a big, like, I know the words to a lot of songs, but I'll, like, yell the words to the songs, and I'll just kind of, like, frat flick or, like, do this a lot.
Yeah,
I will actually, like,
break it
bust.
down.
I'll bust a move and, like, throw some stuff out there.
Oh god, no, that would be fun though.
Tom's
Yeah.
more just like the.
I'm very much a frat flick guy while knowing all the words to every song.
Yeah,
I'm just like, bro, give me some of that, like, give me like some girl pop, like 2000s music, bro. I will go off.
Ooh.
Yeah, very good,
Some
very
California.
good girly pop. But that's gonna do it for episode 18 of the Duckboat Dispatch. As always, you can subscribe on YouTube at the Duckboat Dispatch. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. Finding us on Spotify is a pain for no reason whatsoever. So if you're struggling, go to the Instagram link, click on the blue link there. There will be a Spotify link. Sarah's put it up there wonderfully for us. It'll bring you right to the Spotify, and you can follow, and you won't have an issue with that ever again. If you want an audio version of the podcast, of the show, Josh, what do you have?
Real quick, you want to know what you should do the day before Sunday or Sunday morning?
What?
What?
You should take the parlay that you make and you should post it and be like, ride or die with me, guys. And you should
I like to
it.
post some sort of Patriots thing before that, game day.
Like, here's Tom's parlay for the week.
Tom's parlay
Right.
that he's gonna lose this week.
MP couldn't get no VC because I lost the parlay this week. But week 3, I'm feeling it. Week 3 is my week. I still have $50 in bonus bets, so I got time to figure it out. But that's gonna do it for episode 18. Anything you think, if you have a segment idea, because we do a lot of that at the end of the show where we kind of air out segment ideas, drop a comment, DM us. We're always open to ideas. We will give you credit. I'm a big give credit type of guy out here. Yeah, that's gonna do it for the show.